everybody, welcome to Life with Annie. Remember the other day when I did a video, I was talking about how much I needed to clean out my pantry, my refrigerator, and my freezer. So this is going to be another installment of that. I was going through some of the items that I had in there, and I thought, hey, I have enough to make a good little fruit. We call it a dessert. My grandmother made it all the time, and she called them pineapples. I've made this a couple of times on Life with Annie, but I know there are a lot of new people watching, so I thought I would try it again since I have all these ingredients in here. So what I have are, let's see, I have a couple of cans of pineapple. I have the chunks, and then I have the pineapple rings, and we're going to use both of those. And then you need some cherries, and I have a couple of jars of cherries. You can leave the cherries off if you don't like them. And then I have a good little bit of cheese left over, and you need that for this. You're also going to need a little bit of sugar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the juice from the pineapple, and we're going to reserve a little bit of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll check back with you in a little bit, and I'll show you how to put these together. They're really good, and I'm going to make a batch for Mama as well. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back. I have got the pineapples drained. Here are the pineapple slices, and then here are the little tidbits, or whatever they're called. Chunks, pineapple chunks, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera a little bit more this way, and we're going to make these really quick, and yeah, they'll be real good. All right, so you won't see a whole lot of me probably, but that's okay. All right, I didn't mention either that you're going to need some mayonnaise for this as well. So, and I don't measure this. My grandmother made them. She never measured anything. So it's just a method. And you've probably had like the the pear salads. This is kind of the similar kind of thing, only this is a sweet thing. The pear salad just usually has, the ones I've had just had straight mayonnaise. But all right, so I'm gonna squeeze some mayonnaise into here, and I'll probably make a little extra of this because I'm doing for 2 cans. So we just have to kind of play by feel. All right, so we've got, I'm gonna say maybe a half a cup of mayonnaise in there, maybe a little bit more, give or take. Okay, then we're gonna take some sugar, and let me get a measuring spoon to see if I can guesstimate what I'm doing here. All right, so we'll do, this is a tablespoon measure, so we're going to do a few of these. Usually I just sprinkle the sugar in. So right now that's about 3 tablespoons of sugar. All right, then you're going to take, well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some cheese and kind of mix this all together. So I had a little bit of this finely shredded cheese. I'm going to go ahead and use this up. Matt's going to be so proud of me getting rid of all these pantry items and things that have been stashed in the refrigerator. All right, let's stir that a little bit before we add more. And this is where you'll determine how much you need. We're going to add a little bit of the reserved pineapple juice to this. So let me go ahead and do that. And I've got a little bitty ladle here. I'm just going to put some of this juice in. I'm not used to doing this by using spoons. I just usually pour until I feel the consistency that I need. All right, so that was about 4 of those little ladles, small ladle. All right, now you see how liquidy that is? We're going to add more cheese to this, so, and we may end up adding more mayonnaise. We just want to get it to a you know, kind of where it'll kind of hold its shape. All right, so yes, we definitely need more cheese. And this is the larger shredded cheese. Put some of that in here. And stir this around and see what it's starting to look like. Set it down here so I can. And add a little more cheese. And I'm going to add a little bit more mayonnaise. A little bit more sugar. All right. Let's see what we do with this. And the reason that I'm using the pineapple rings as well as the chunks is one time I made these and I took them to my mother's, and you know, we were used to making them with the chunks, and I had run out of the pineapple rings. The only thing I had in the house were the little pineapple tidbits or whatever they're called. And so I thought, well, I wonder if it'd be okay if I made it with that. So I did, and I just put those in a plate, mounded them up kind of like this. And she said she liked it better that way. So since I had that extra can in the pantry, we're gonna take those over to her. All right, so you see how it's kind of coming together with the mayonnaise. I will suggest if you do this to put it on a plate that has a bit of a lip around it, because even though we drained our pineapples, there's going to be that moisture and juice that's going to seep out, so you don't want it to be, you know, messing up your refrigerator, spilling out of your plate. Okay. All right, I'm going to taste this real quick and see if I need to add any more sugar to it. Because it's got to have the right amount of sugar. I think it needs just a touch more sugar. Get it all mixed together. All right, and now we're ready. You can save that pineapple juice too if you like to drink it. You refrigerate it and then drink it later. All right, let me grab another spoon. Okay, so for the slices, I'm just going to take some of this and mound it onto each of the pineapple rings. I'm just going to do a couple here, and then I'm going to put some on hers. All right. And what I do is I usually go around each of the pineapple rings, and then if there's extra cheese, I go back in and I'm piling on top. All right, then for hers, we're just going to take the same mixture and just kind of pile it up on top of hers. In a container like this, the extra juice won't really matter because it'll be contained in here. I may have to go back and mix some more of this cheese stuff up so that there's plenty, because I know she likes this. One time I took 2 over to her. I made some kind of meal for her, and I made these, and I took a couple of them over with her meal. And she said, I talked to her a day or so later, and she said, well, you could have put a few more in there. So my sister made some one time and took her more. So I couldn't have my sister outdo me, so she's going to get her own can this time. All right, so there is the cheese with the little pineapple tidbits. And then for the finishing part, we just top them with cherries. When I was younger, I had one sister that didn't care for the cherries, so she would have them, my grandmother leave them off. But I don't have any problem with the cherries. So usually I like to put 3 cherries on them. And in Mama's case, I'm just going to kind of put these cherries around the top here. Put a couple more. I'm going to go back and add some more cheese to those. So, all right, wash my hands real quick. Okay, so here are Mama's pineapples, the little chunks instead of the rings, and then here are the plain and simple pineapples like my grandmother used to make, and we used to love these as kids. If you want to make it look a little bit healthier, you can always, I'm draining washing our lettuce over here, but I have a piece of lettuce here. You could always put a piece of lettuce, a lettuce leaf underneath the pineapple and call it salad. I don't know. But that particular salad's going to our chickens. I've got our lettuce draining in the sink to make lunches for next week. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna probably put a few more cherries on here for her, mix up some more cheese topping, and I'll take pictures of this later. And thank y'all so much for watching. And yay, I'm using some of these pantry items up. I'm so excited. Have a good day, everybody. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to show y'all a sneak peek of the finished ones. So here are the slices, and remember how you can see how the mayonnaise and the pineapple juice is kind of seeping out. So be sure you put it in like a pie dish or a plate that has a little bit of a lip on it so that they don't drip out into your refrigerator. And then there's Mama's. So I hope y'all will try that. If any questions, I might have people sometimes ask me where I get these bowls. These bowls are just Pyrex bowls that I picked up. These little silicone mini utensils, I picked those up from the dollar store last year. And then I get a lot of questions about these wooden spoons. I think I got these from QVC a couple of years ago, so I don't know if they still have them, but check Amazon. I think they do have some long measuring spoons and things like that on Amazon, so you can always check there. All right, so I'm going to package this up, get it in the refrigerator, and maybe you'll see me again not too long from now, and we'll have another use up what we got in our kitchen kind of recipe. Thank y'all for watching, and don't forget to sprinkle.